What's up, guys? James here. We are gonna do a little bit of a class overview preview for the upcoming release of Project Epoch here. We're gonna start these in order. We're gonna do Druid first. At the start of each of these, I'm gonna go over this class philosophy, their philosophy on how they redesigned classes. So essentially, how Project Epoch is doing it, their classes are based upon the Burning Crusade and what was there in the Burning Crusade. Let's go ahead and just hop into this. So, Burning Foundation. Project Epoch classes begin with a firm foundation, the Burning Crusade. Vanilla era, many class specializations were underdeveloped. See that in this class preview. Limiting build diversity and leaving entire specs non-viable. On the other end of the spectrum, Wrath of the Lich King pushed class design into overpowered territory. Paladins, where nearly every spec could do everything, often with bloated, complex rotations. For a classic plus experience, my bad. The Burning Crusade strikes the perfect balance. Every class and spec is represented. Meaningful niches still exist, and no single design overwhelms the rest. It offers just enough depth to make every build feel distinct without losing the spirit of classic. Talent growth. So, Project Epoch retains the depth of the Burning Crusade's expanded talent trees, but reimagines how players grow into them. Instead of stopping at the classic 51 points at level 60, players will now earn a total of 61 talent points at carefully chosen intervals from level 14 to 60. This empowers more impactful builds and creative experimentation without requiring players to reach level 70. Our goal is to make every talent point feel meaningful and every level up a step towards a stronger, more customized character. That is a very interesting change, and I'm excited to see how it plays. Okay, refined, not frozen. That said, we don't believe the Burning Crusade is perfect. Some specs underperform, others overperform. And there's plenty of room for thematic and mechanical improvement. Building on that strong foundation, we've made extensive adjustments, adding new talents, introducing entirely new spells, reworking existing abilities, designing brand new dungeon and tier set bonuses. The result is a class ecosystem that stays grounded in the structure of TBC, but dares to go further, inviting experimentation, creativity, and new ways to play. This is just the beginning. Project Epoch is an evolving game, and our classes will continue to receive reworks, performance tuning, and fresh class flavor on a regular basis as the game grows. So, let's dive into the Druid class. So, Project Epoch on their website has each class separated into an overview, spellbook, and talents. We will go through this. When we get to the spellbooks, they have updated ones, like spells that are updated, they have them like marked so that we know which ones we look at that are updated. So we will look at those. We're not going to read through every spell, obviously. And the same thing with talents. So let's hop into the Druid overview real quick. So first things first, it's going to be huge for Druids. Feral attack power. Weapons have been reworked to grant feral attack power based on their DPS, making every weapon a viable option for Druids in cat form and bear form. This change ensures smoother scaling and adds more depth to gear choices for feral players, allowing them to explore a broader range of weapon upgrades. No more Nomergan farming for Druids. So, I can't think of the weapon, I can't think of the mace's name off the top of my head, but there's the mace that has it's got like 3 uses on its effect or whatever. So no more farming those for Druids. On-hit effects. Feral Druids can finally take full advantage of on-hit weapon effects. This change unlocks exciting possibilities for creative builds and interactions, give Ferals more way to maximize their performance in both PvE and PvP. That's cool. Death to Wolf's Head. So, the Wolf's Head Helm is no longer grants bonus energy or rage when shifting into cat or bear form. So it's gonna prevent the just called shifting meta or whatever for druids to get the best DPS. To offset this, the Führer talent has been improved. The aim for this is very simple. We don't like feral druids being essentially locked into one helm forever. Very good. Polearm proficiency. Polearms have been added to the arsenal of weapons druids can wield. This iconic weapon type not only enhances their aesthetic, but also opens up new possibilities for optimizing stats, gaining on-hit effects, and personalizing your druid's combat style. Shifty consumables. This is another big one. Druids no longer need to leave their shape-shifted forms to use consumables like potions. Whether you're in the thick of battle as a bear or prowling as a cat, this improvement adds a new level of flexibility and survivability to the druid toolkit. Out of combat resurrection. Druids are finally getting revive. So, I mean, that's essentially what that one says. Raid-wide effects. Gift of the Wild, Moonkin Aura, and Leader of the Pack are all raid-wide now. And, of course, Project Epoch has the generalization note at the bottom of all of these saying, hey, these are bound to change in the future. We're going to constantly be updating stuff. So, with that, we'll head over to the Spellbook. Alright, so, for the Druid Spellbook, under general spells, obviously you have cloth and leather. That's changed for Druids. We come down into balance, and you will immediately notice the little updated symbols. Bark skin has been updated. I don't know what it's changed. I never really played a druid, so I apologize. I can't really comment on that more, but I am hovering over it so that you can see what it is, and if you've played a druid, you might know what is different there. Same thing. Force of Nature. I don't know if this was a vanilla spell. I don't believe it was, but obviously this one summons 3 treants to attack enemy targets. That's solid. I don't know if that is a brand new spell or if that was there in Burning Crusade or what. Moonkin form has also been updated. Again, I don't know the specifics of Moonkin form. We'll continue on from that. Feral combat. So maybe I should read this. So, honestly, not really. It's basically just a description of what balance is. So feral combat. Sorry about that, guys. Feral combat, tanking, cat form. Bear form for tanking, cat form for DPS, obviously. We have, let's see here, dire bear form. Okay. Dire bear form, I don't believe was there in Classic. I believe it was just bear form. I might be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, feral attack. All equipable weapons will receive additional feral attack power based on weapon DPS. Only a druid may see this bonus stat. So that is the, obviously, feral attack power from the previous page we're looking at. Lacerate rank 1. Again, I don't know the specifics, but lacerate is an important, I think it's a bear. It might be both. No, it's 15 range. Okay, yeah. So, lacerate's bear form. Leader of the pack, updated. All party and raid members within 45 yards. I don't know what it was before. Again, apologies for that, guys. Maim. So, Maim has been updated. They actually show you the formula to figure out how many or how much damage it does. They have that. They do have that on. Do they have that on, like? Okay, so Claw doesn't have it. Yeah, so they have that on all the spells that are updated and have like a formula to figure out damage. They give you the formula so that you can look in and figure out what it is. Although it doesn't really say plus like the dollar sign. I don't know what that would be. Like, what is 28W here? I don't really know what that means. But again, Maime's updated. Tiger's Fury has been updated. Increases physical damage done by 10 for 18 seconds. Bleed damage causes this effect to increase by 1 up to 10 times. So you can get up to 20 physical damage increase. Obviously, and that's rank 1. So, with Restoration, we have Gift of the Wild, which it can now be raid-wide. Believe that's probably the updated part of it. Maybe the attributes and stuff changed just a little bit. Life Bloom is updated. Again, I'm going to say this a lot here. I didn't really play Druid. I played, and I will admit this right here, I have never raided Classic at all. So, this is coming from a person who has just leveled characters, never raided. I've played mostly Shaman, Warlock, Hunter, and a little bit of Warrior, but not a lot. So, Life Bloom, Omen of Clarity is updated, I don't know. We have Overgrowth, which is a custom spell. Applies Rejuvenation, rank 3, to your friendly target, and that targets party members within 25 yards. That is a big AoE hot heal over time application. And then obviously a revive. So Tranquility as well. Heals up to 5 injured allies within your party for 1097 every 2 seconds for 8 seconds. Yours must channel. Yeah. Very powerful spell. Tree of Life is there. That the cooldown version or the full? Looks like it's the full permanent version. Like, so you're constantly in Tree of Life form. Very cool. In tree form. Say. So, those are the spells. Let's hop over to the talent calculator. I thought it was an overview like this. I was incorrect. They just have the talent trees. So, first thing you're going to notice on these is the trees do not end at the level 60 point. They go all the way down to 70, like in the overview where it said there's still an extra 10 talent points that you are getting, even though you're still at level 60. So, Force of Nature is at end talent in balance. I assume that had to be there in TBC. I don't know for sure. Again, apologies for that. Wrath of Cenarius is a solid addition. Going through here, I don't know what is updated, what is different. But you can probably look through. I'll include the link to this so that you guys can go and look through these on your own, and actually do like theory crafting essentially. So, I'll make sure to include that in the description below. But Feral Combat has Predatory Instincts and Mangle. Mangle is a solid hack skill. Leader of the Pack, like I believe a lot of these are the same. Like it's the same talent. There might be like minor changes to what the talent does, but I think overall it's mostly, and like I can't say for sure, but I think it's mostly about the same. Just things are tweaked a little bit, and then obviously the extra 10 talent points is huge. So there's Tree of Life, but yeah, that's the basic overview for Druid on Project Epoch. Again, Hunter, Warlock, Shaman. I'll have a little bit better of an idea of what is a little different. Diving into the end of the talent tree, I'm not gonna know a lot still, but I'll have a better idea of, oh hey, that's a little different than what I remember seeing. Apologies for that. I hope you weren't expecting a doctorate class preview here of the Druid and how to theory craft and everything. Basically, just giving you guys an overview of what the Project Epoch devs are changing with classes. I think the overview page here gives a great idea of, obviously, an overview of what is changing with Druids on Project Epoch. Project Epoch releases July 26th, and I am really looking forward to it. I don't know what I'm going to play yet. Maybe it's Druid. Who knows? But we will see then, and I hope to see you guys on Project Epoch.